be learning how to properly plant seeds. Now, there's two methods that we're going to discuss today. The first will be direct seeding, and the second will be broadcasting. The different types will be, if you direct seed, it will be seeds that are big enough that you can actually pick up with your fingers and plant, such as these beans. The other type will be plant seeds that are so small that it's difficult to see them. So we'll be demonstrating a method where you mix them with sand and broadcast them throughout whatever you're planting them in. And that way it's easier to see because they're mixed with the sand. First, we're going to be doing direct seeding. Now, it's important to remember when planting these seeds, we're going to plant them 2.5 times the length of the seed into the soil. So when doing that, keep that in mind, and you can dig your small hole and put your seeds in, start covering them up. Now we are planting these seeds in germination media because it's a lot easier for the seeds to break through when they begin to germinate. Our next method is broadcasting. The reason we would need to broadcast is because our seeds are so small that it would be very difficult to pick them up by hand and plant them. So what we're going to do is mix them with sand and put them in an old film canister, shake them up to mix the seeds and the sand together, and then broadcast them into our soil media. And what that does is we can see the sand so we know how many seeds are planted in each area. We're going to start by putting our sand into our 35 millimeter film canister. And then we're going to add some seeds. As you can see, you can hardly see the seeds going in because they're so small. Now, there's a hole in the top of our film canister. We're going to shake them up and cover the hole with our finger to make sure the sand and the seeds are properly mixed together. Now we're going to broadcast our seeds into our media. We're going to shake them out, and we can see the sand on the soil, and that's how we'll know that our seeds are evenly distributed throughout our media. Some seeds need bottom heat to properly germinate, such as peppers and vinca. This is a propagation mat, and this is the way in the greenhouse that we can provide bottom heat to our seeds. Now you can see these peppers that have been on the propagation mat are sprouting and have germinated quite well. But if they had not been on the propagation mat, there's a good chance they wouldn't have germinated, or it would have taken them a while. We can control the propagation mat with a thermostat, and we can turn it to whatever temperature is appropriate for our seeds. Now, when you're watering new seeded plants, it's very important to remember the amount of pressure that you're using when you water them. Now, if we were watering already established plants, we would use just a regular water breaker. Now, you can see the amount of pressure that's being used when we're watering these already established plants. However, if we were watering small seedlings with very little soil, it would be very important to make sure we use less pressure than that. So instead of using just a regular water breaker, we use a faucet nozzle. Now, as you can see, when using the faucet nozzle, the pressure is very much distributed, and we're not putting too much water on our plants, and the pressure is not knocking the soil out of our small plugs. want to use a faucet nozzle whenever you're watering newly seeded plants. It's important when planting seeds to look through the seed catalog to determine proper germination time, to see if bottom heat is needed, and to see how long it's going to take for you to grow from seed to fully grown out. You can find this information in any catalog that you'll be ordering seeds from. For more information on how to properly plant seeds, please visit our website at www.gaaged.org.